Dear students of 8th standard, this chapter is prepared for the 8th standard students. The chapter name is Direct and Inverse Variation. I think that students face problem while solving questions which are depending upon direct and inverse variation. So just I give you clear concept about direct variation and indirect variation. Okay, that indirect variation is also called inverse variation. Correct? At first, just we will have to define here direct variation. The definition is written in the book also. That is why I teach you according to the definition given in the book only. Direct variation. See here. If two quantities are linked means attached. In such a way, इस तरह, in such a way का मतलब हुआ इस तरह, that an increase in one quantity leads to a corresponding increase in the other and vice versa. If there is increase in one value, one quantity, it leads to corresponding increase, then such a variation is called a direct variation. Correct? One example I put before you. Okay, from the illustrative examples given in the book. Now see, two values are here, A and B. Okay, at first the value of A is 4, then value of B is 12. Okay, now see, the value of A increases from 4 to 7. The value of B also increases in the same way. Correct? Now see, the value of A just we increase as 21 and the value of B increases according to this. Okay, similarly see here, the value of A becomes 28 from 21, means there is increase in the value of A, and here also we see that there is increase in the value of corresponding B also. Correct? Now see here, in which ratio does it increase? What is the ratio of the direct variation? See here, when the value of A we take here 4, the value of B is 3 times of A. Here the value of B is also 3 times of this. This value is also 3 times of this. This value is also 3 times of the value of A. Whatever we see here, the ratio of increasing is always same. So, dear students, concentrate your brain here. In direct variation, the ratio of increment is always remains constant. It always remains constant. Ratio does not change. Correct? Now see here, in first case, ratio A by B equal to how much? The value of A, corresponding value of A, and B we put here. Now see, 4 1s are 4, 4 3s are 12. When we bring this fraction 4 by 12 into its lowest form, we have to divide both the numbers by the largest common number. Here we divide 4 and 12 by 4 and we get its shortest form. So what will we write here? 1 by 3. That means here ratio is how much? 1 ratio 3. Similarly, if you will do in the second corresponding value of A and B, you will get that it is also 1 by 3. See here, just I am doing here A by B. The ratio we are finding by the division process only. Correct? Bringing the given fraction into its lowest term. As just I bring the 4 by 12 into its lowest form 1 by 3. Correct? Now see, 7 by, the second value of A and B is 7 by 21. Now again, by which number, greatest number, we can divide both numerator as the denominator? By 7 we can divide. So 7 will be divided by 7, whereas 21 is also divided by 7. Whatever we get here, 1 by 3 we get. 7 3s are 21. Dear students, you already know about this. So here, what is the ratio of their values? It is 1 by 3. Ratio is always same, corresponding to the value of A and B, but there is increase in the value. Whatever I taught you at present against the definition of direct variation, that if value of other increases, if value of the previous one increases, or vice versa, then it is called a direct variation. Correct? Now see, in case of this, see here, A upon B. Now see here, the value of A initially the value of A we have taken as 1, and the value of B we have taken here 2. Correct? Now see here, the value of A increases from 1 to 2, but value of B is decreasing. So it is not direct variation. Correct? There is decrease in the value, so it is not direct variation. Now see the second one, whatever it is given in the book, A and B. See here, the value of A increases. Correct? Value of B is also increases in the same. Now just we will have to decide whether the ratio is same or not. In second case, just I solve here second one. Okay, the first one just I describe you in details. If you have different writers book, okay, you will have to solve the different questions, but method will be the same. Whatever I direct you, you will have to solve any question. You may face some problem during finding solution of word problems, but I will give you the good concept regarding those, and just you can do it very easily. Now see here, A and B, the first value is 2.5, okay, 2.5, and second one is 10. So just we find here A ratio B. It is 2.5 and the value of B is this. Now we have to remove this, erase this decimal. To remove this decimal, we should put 0 here. In junior class, you already have studied about this. If you are not understanding, then just I do want to describe you how can we remove the decimal form, and just we will have to change it into fractional form. So now it is how much? 25 by 100. Correct? I will teach you later on. Now, to bring this fraction into its lowest form, I told you that just we will have to find a number, suitable greatest number by which both can be divided. And I find here that 25 is the greatest value by which both can be divided. If you face any problem finding this, then you have to take that what will be the SCF, find the SCF of the given numerator and denominator value. Okay, whenever we find the SCF, 25 and 100, as we know that it will give us 25. Correct? Are you sure? So 25 is the SCF. So that will be the SCF by which we have to divide the both numerator as well as the denominator. Now see here, if 25 is divided by 25, we will get 1, okay, as the result. And when 100 is divided by 25, we will get 4. So what is the ratio here? 1:4. Now in second case, 5 upon 20. Naturally, it is 5 ones are 5, 5 fours are 20. There is no need to convert it, okay, sequentially. Now, just we should move on the next one. 7.5 and 30. Just we will have to check it, whether it is, the ratio is same or not. 7.5, 7 decimal 5, you may tell, and 30. The value of B is given 30. In the similar way, we have to remove this decimal. So we can write here 75 by 300. Correct? Now see, the method I will describe you anytime. Okay, whenever just I prepare the another video, I will give you the good concept regarding this. Now, here we find that 75 is the largest number by which we divide both. Correct? Dear students, concentrate your brain here. When we do such type of method, we do the method when we have to bring any fraction into its lowest form or into its lowest term. Then we have to do such a process. Now see here, it is 1 by 4. So what is the ratio? 1:4. Just we will have to check another one also. See here, 10 fours are, the value of B is 4 times the value of A. In such a case also ratio is same. So if there is increase of the value of 1, there is increase in the value of B also. That means this example is an example of direct variation. Correct? The first we already have checked that it is direct variation. Now just we will have to move on the indirect variation. Correct? The definition of indirect variation is like this. See here. Naturally, it will be the reciprocal of the, it is the reciprocal definition of the indirect variation. If two quantities are linked in such a way that an increase in one causes a corresponding decrease, if there is increase in the value of first, the value of second decreases in the other and vice versa. That means if the value of A increases, the value of corresponding other term is decreased, or if the value of second term increases, then the value of first term will decrease. Okay, there is increase in the first value, the corresponding second value must decrease. Then such type of variation, okay, it is called inverse variation. The best example just I put before you regarding indirect variation. Indirect variation is also called inverse variation. Correct? Now just I put few examples regarding those. Correct? Now see, how can we find that it is direct variation or indirect variation? Just we will have to do it. Now see in this example. See, illustrated example of first one. The value of AC here, the value of increases. Correct? Whereas the value of B is decreasing here. Now we have to find whether the increase or decrease ratio is same or not. Okay? Then we will have to decide whether it is actually inverse variation. Correct? This inverse variation has the synonym as indirect variation. Okay? The synonym is called the antonym, just we call here in such a way. Indirect variation. See here, just I am going to test it on the page whether the ratio is same or not. If it is decreasing. Correct? See here, A by B. What it is in first case? 8 by 32. Now bring this fraction into its lowest term. Correct? Now see, 8 must be divided by 8. This 32 must be divided by 8. What will we get? Because we find here that 8 is the largest number by which both can be divided. Both can be divided by 2 also. Correct? Both can be divided by 4 also. As we know, according to our table, whatever the table you already had learned in your junior class, but see here, 8 is the maximum value, okay, means common value for 8 and 32. That means we have to divide both by 8 and we will get this one. So ratio is, what is the ratio here? 1:4. Now test this, okay, 256 by 1, correct, 256. So see here, by 256, see here, A by B, correct. Now it is 256 by 1. What is the ratio? Its ratio is 256 ratio 1, correct. Now see here, for this just we check here value, for this we have to check here. For the third term, A ratio B, that's equal to 32 by 8. Now what it is? Just we will have to divide it by 8 here also, correct. See here, that means 4 by 1. Its ratio is how much? 4:1, correct. So what do we conclude here? We conclude here that during inverse variation, there is no need that the value decreases in the same ratio. It may be decreasing in the same ratio or it may not be, correct. So dear children, just you will have to concentrate during the inverse variation. See here, the value, see the value of A, it is increasing, the value of B is decreasing. Whether its ratio is same or not, there is no need to check this, correct. Just I proved you here like this, correct. Now see, this question just I solve regarding inverse variation. A and B vary inversely. Fill in the blanks. How can we fill it the blanks? See here, the value of A is decreasing. Naturally, value of B will increase. The first value is decreasing. That means in inverse variation, second corresponding value will increase. Because there is decrease, naturally here it will be increase. In which variation? In indirect variation or inverse variation. So how can we come to know that what will be the numerical value here? So just you will have to take here 8 and 10, and here it is 2, and just we will have to take here as unknown quantity x, correct. So see here, 8 by 10, A, B, here it is 8, here it is 10, here it is 2, and a space is given here. Just we will have to take here as x, because this quantity, this value is not known to us. So just we will have to write like this, correct. Now see, what can we do here? How can we solve this question? Correct. The question arises here. So before this, just I put you one question, similar type of question in case of direct variation. Correct. See here, in direct variation, just we will have to do this. How can we do this? Just I solve some questions regarding the direct variation. Okay, I am not finding at present, but I will find it very soon for you. Okay, now see here this table. see, x and y vary directly. It is clear that there is direct variation. Correct? This is clear that this is direct variation, and we have to complete the fill in the blanks or the missing entries given here. So in this only, just I solve here. See on page. Just I am going to solve this question. X, Y. The first value is given 2.5. Second value is given 5. Here a space is here. Okay. Dot, 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 dot sign is written here. Its value is 8. And this question is related to direct variation. That means how can we find here the same ratio existing between them? See here, just we will have to take here x. Now in direct variation, 2.5 divided by 5. We have to, whenever the value of first value we have taken here, sorry, x and y is given here, don't put here the value of p. Correct? We have taken here. Here it is correct. Here in inverse variation, whatever the x we have taken, because a and b are given here, so we can take here different unknown quantity like x. Okay. Now see, here it is p. Just we assume here, or we let here as p, the unknown quantity, and here it is 8. Now see, how can we find its value? So by cross multiplication, we can find the value of p here. Okay, so 5p, that's equal to, we multiply here in cross direction, it is 2.5 multiplied by 8. So when we will find the value of p, by 5 we have to divide. Okay, by 5. So what will be its result? Correct? Now what will be the result here? Just we will have to do here in the same way. Correct? Now see, the value of, which will be the value of this? So it will be how much? 5. We divide 2.5, we will get 0.5 here. And this 0.5 is multiplied by 8 and we will get 4 here. Correct? That means this value is now 4. Now see here, the value of x increases, the value of y is also increases. That means whatever the solution we find here, it is most accurate. Now see, during inverse variation, see here, you little children, concentrate. Okay, let me do this. During inverse variation, what can we do here? What can we do here while finding any value?